All right, so here is the rear main cap, and you can see the rear main seal sticking out a little bit in there. So I'm going with the felpro rear main seal, and like I said, it's a two-piece. If you have a newer 302 motor, you might have just the one-piece seal, so make sure that you've got the right seal going in there. Oh my god, man. Welcome back to the garage, the place where we're making your Bronco, your dream Bronco. Hey, if this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe. I'm putting out how-to videos for the weekend mechanic and providing the Bronco entertainment to the Bronco community. Now today what we're working on is replacing the rear main seal on my 1975 Ford 302 engine. Now you'll notice something very large under my Bronco is missing, and that is the transmission. I pulled my transmission because I needed to get it rebuilt. You do not have to pull your transmission for this install, but the first thing that I'm going to do is drain the oil and drop the oil pan. Whenever I drop the oil pan, I always try to put a new seal, a new gasket in there, and I got the rubber gasket this time. Another thing that I'm going to do while my oil's still draining is I'm going to pull out my my Trac Bar just to give me a little bit more room right under here when I'm pulling the oil pan out and putting it back in. Should probably get the right size socket. So with the oil pan out of the way, now you can see the rear main cap right here, and the seal is just behind it. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this cap right here with these two bolts and take a look at our rear main seal. So this is my first time pulling out the rear main cap, and I thought for sure I had done this wrong and it wasn't correct, but there it was. It just kind of popped out once I got my screwdriver in there and just kind of loosened it. What I wanted to make sure of though is I didn't damage this surface here, and I didn't damage any of these machine surfaces. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the seal that is here on the cap and just kind of get familiar with the process of pulling it out and just kind of see what it's going to be like when I'm under the engine. Now when I'm under the engine, I'm not going to be able to just pull it out like this. I'm going to have to slide it in the C-shaped pattern. So I want to try to do that if I can. I'm not sure why, but this one is not budging. Like I can get that. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I see. So This one won't slide because there is an actual little lip or a little divot in the seal right there. And it's also right here, just at the bottom or the top of the seal. So if you're doing this, just be aware, because I wanted to just kind of see if it would just slide out, so I can get an idea of when I'm under the engine how it's going to slide out, but I didn't realize that there was that little lip there. Yeah, it just slipped right out. Nice. Beauty. That was way easier than I thought it would be. Putting it in, we're just going to be careful that we don't nick it on any of the, like, get it on the lips. So we'll put it in something like this, and we'll just slide it back in same way that it came out. That was backwards. So just like that, slide it back in, and I'm just grabbing it with my needle nose pliers and pushing on it here on the edge. So there we go. Let's get the new one in. Tighten this all back down. So I got the new one, and again the lip goes towards the engine. So we're just going to get this started. And now it's hard to see, but I'm essentially just trying to line the seal up with the hole. That's what she said. Alright, there we go. So I got it in the hole. Now I'm just gonna, nice and easy, slide it, grab my needle nose pliers, and just feed it in. Nice and easy. Don't want to scratch it. Just pulled it out just to make sure that I'm not shaving off any of the rubber, and it all looks good. It's just a little bit tighter fit than the last one, which is to be expected, I guess. I don't know. I made that part up. So it's not wanting to go in much further. And one thing that I heard that you could do is loosen the bolts holding in your crankshaft. So I might do that. Now with the seal in the engine block, we're going to put the other part of the seal into the cap, and this side goes in much easier. But just keep in mind that you want to keep as much of the seal that you had sticking out of the engine block, you want to keep that same amount here. Now, I'm not really sure if this is the same amount, but I'm gonna go try it before I put the RTV on there. All right, and so with that, I am pretty close. That's a little more than I want to have sticking out, but also I'm having trouble getting the side on the engine block all the way in, so that's about as far as I can go. So I'm gonna go with that, and I can actually put this in like it is. Now the last thing before you reinstall this is I'm just going to put a really thin amount of RTV right here along this edge that I just got oily. Now with this stuff, you really do not want a lot, because the idea is not that you put enough on there that it squeezes out. The idea is, you know, these are machined surfaces down, so you just want to put enough on there. Like I just got a little bit on a screw tip, and I'm just lightly coating it just to give it an additional you know, little bit of protection, but not so much that it's going to keep these surfaces from mating together and creating a seal. Now with this, I'll go put it back in the engine. So that is it. Hopefully now we'll have less drips on our garage floor, less oil in our garage, more oil staying in the Bronco. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.